Hi, all, and welcome to another episode of Matka Chai. The Finer Side is an art gurukul based in Banshankari 6th stage off Kanakpura Road, and we have a small campus with an amphitheater and classrooms, and we're looking at waiting for whoever can decide that the pandemic is over for the classes to start. And I'm sure we are towards the end of the tunnel, and we hope that everything will get over and the classes begin. Meanwhile, my job is to make sure that we talk to artists and artist coordinators across wherever we can meet them, talk to them since it's online everywhere. So here we have our guest today is Anita. Anita Mitra, welcome to the Final Side Matka Chai.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So today we will do a nice long conversation with you for about half an hour, 45 minutes in terms of your journey in arts, your journey as you. And then we will come to theater. And I love what you're doing now. Different kind of theater,
Thank you.
different kind of
Yeah.
casting. And I'm sure all those who will probably watch this sometime will get benefited and know where to reach out and, you know, get to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's
Absolutely.
let's hear from you about your school days. Where were you from? What did you do?
I was born in Bangalore, very much Baldwin Girls School throughout my schooling. I was literally pushed onto stage when I was age 4. I was still in nursery. And we were taken to the big school, to the big auditorium.
Huh.
And I was dressed up as Red Riding Hood. My grandmother made me a red cloak.
Wow.
And they pushed me on stage, and I still remember that moment of being this tiny thing on this big stage. And when the stage lights are on, the audience is just like a big cavern, right? It's just black. And I remember just standing there and not doing much. And someone saying, "Baby, come this side, baby, go that side," and all that kind of thing. And I smelt the wood, those old fashioned, like how RS has their stage. There's a
Yeah.
smell
Yeah.
of the wood, and that has never left me. And I feel from that moment I became an actor, because
Very
that,
nice.
even now when I smell the stage, I get excited, I get inspired. It's just a sensory kind of memory.
Wow, that's so important. And I think we all carry it, when we go into the amphitheater or
Yes.
auditorium. The first thing that comes to us is that smell and the air,
Yes.
and you feel
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm blessed.
I'm home.
I'm home. Yeah. Uh, so good. So from there, what stream of education did you do?
Yeah, so I basically finished ICSE like everyone at that time. And those days you didn't have much choice about what you were going to study. So I joined Jyotirmas, did BCom. But I can say right through my college life, especially my degree, my attendance used to be like in the minus figures, because I was always taking part in something or the other. So I did fairly okay in college, but I had a huge pile of certificates, which to me was more important than, the degree at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Um, After that is when I started exploring. And then I found mass communication, even though it was still Bangalore. I joined the mass communication course. At that time, it was in UVC campus, Bangalore University. And while in those days, I don't think we learned anything major, it gave you an entry into the field where you could then learn. So I became a journalist for a while. Then I went into advertising. And after that, I opened my own direct marketing consultancy. And I
Nice.
ran a very interesting business for quite a while for a multinational partner, direct home shopping, it was called.
Oh,
And in those days, they would advertise, you would have to fill a coupon, and we would receive that coupon and send out the product to you. And so we were able to mine database, figure out the importance of customer information.
so you were
Information is,
more of a physical Amazon and Flipkart,
yes,
much
very
much
much.
before the
Yeah,
internet came in.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, in fact, the people who own Big Basket also used our services before they became Big Basket.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice. Yeah.
yeah. So,
So you said you
I've
worked in an
always
ad agency. Which agency?
so I was in Adwit India and then RK Swami.
Oh,
I
RK
was
Swami
in for a
BBD.
couple
Yeah,
of
yeah,
years.
yeah.
And then I started doing direct marketing. And then I never went back to advertising.
Wonderful.
Um,
So I
yeah.
started my career with advertising in MA Brazil, and that
Ah,
was in direct marketing.
legendary.
Yeah, and after that I started an event agency, and my client was RK Swami BBD.
Ah, see?
Yeah,
Small
yeah.
world.
Small world. I did their Dalmia cement, the
Ah,
entire launch for
yes.
Dalmia cement, and I think Reva also. Reva also was the
Okay.
client.
The
The
car.
vehicle, the electric car. Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting, interesting. So from there, from your college, from your work, everything, you got into a lot of theater. I remember that.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that journey.
Yeah. So right through school, I was always on stage. And I was very blessed to have a teacher who recognized my potential. And literally for every event or everything, she came and searched for me and she made me take part. So whether it was elocution or whether it was debate or whether it was theater, whether it was anything, she made me be part of it.
Nice.
And so everything I feel I am today, I owe to her. She's from that whole genre of teachers. She was an Anglo-Indian lady who was also the music teacher in those, you know how it is. She
Yeah.
played the piano, she did the choir, she did the theater, she taught English. She was my guru and my inspiration. Honestly, every time I get a new project, I always think of her because I thought if she had not taken interest in just some random child in that school, I don't know what I would have been doing by now. So really, one person makes all the difference.
So one thing I really take, and probably our viewers will agree, saying that it's not the degree certificate that you actually valued; it's all those others things that
Yes,
you collected through that journey, which
yes,
actually skilled us.
yes,
That was the main
absolutely.
skill.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have a guest with us here, and I'm going to pull her up, and I'm sure you'll be very very happy to talk to her. Hi, Tanvi.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Tanvi.
Hi Anita, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
What
Ah,
a
So
so
surprise.
yeah,
I know.
yeah. So I bumped into Tanvi recently while she was running in Lal Bagh, and I
Oh,
said, "My God, that was a Midsummer's Night Dream rehearsal." And after that, straight at Lal Bagh is when I saw her
right.
there. And exactly, you're the connect. That's how I met. So I thought
Amazing.
it'll be really nice to have her also
Yeah,
come recollect some thoughts and ideas
yeah.
of what Anita is all about. Tanvi, tell us more about how you work with
Oh,
Anita.
Lord.
What? Yeah.
um, so I met Anita in 2012. So basically, I was trying to get into theater and I didn't know how. And I kind of messaged Judy, and then Judy kind of said, "Okay, this workshop is going on. Anita Mitra is running it, so go do it." So I went for it, and it was basically Brune's workshop.
Yeah.
And those days I was so like underconfident, and like I had no idea what was going on. I was like walking into a wall kind of situation. And Anita was like so positive. She was all like, "Don't worry, I think you're very good." And I think she was not. That was rubbish, but that helped a lot at that time. After that, Anita and I worked so much. We've done so many plays together in the 2 years that I was here. In fact, when I finally applied to the drama school Mumbai, she gave me a recommendation, and I still have it at home. Sometimes when I'm low on self F S team, I'll pick it up and I'm like, "Oh, this was said about me." um, Anita turned out to be one of those mentors, friends, inspiration, like totally a backbone to support me in this crazy idea that I had. Like I am from a village in Chennai, like that's not where we get this dream of doing theater from. That's not where we we could never have that crazy idea. And she kind of stood by me and said, okay, yeah, this is something you can do and inspired to do. So for that, I'm eternally grateful, Anita. And we've been
You're
friends.
welcome.
Yeah,
Can
I
I
think
share something with you, Tanvi?
Yes.
So Priti, so she joined theatre school in Mumbai, right? And so I got a couple of calls from them, and they were, because in those days, I think pretty choosy about who they were going to. They had small classes, if I'm not mistaken, and they kept saying, "Are you sure Tanvi is the right fit? And are you sure?" And I kept saying, "Yeah, of course." Others wouldn't have written that letter. I was not lying. A year, I think, into the program, Jehan actually called me and he thanked me for sending Tanvi his way. Not that I did,
wow.
Tanvi found her own way, but he was so thrilled with the kind of work she had done and what she was, going to do in the future. And he called and said, "What a fabulous choice it was." I don't think you know it at Tanvi, so I think this would have
I
been the right
don't
time to tell
actually.
you.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. That means a
yeah.
lot. Yeah. Oh,
So
so
Tanvi,
like,
coming here has been a good up for you. I think
it
this
has been a
motivation.
crazy hour.
I think tomorrow you're going to go and sign up some movie or something for sure.
That,
Why
yes.
not?
Why not?
Why not? Yeah, 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 yeah.
That is always a plus.
So while it comes to place and while it comes to coordinating and working with Anita, I mean, keep the good things that we'll always talk about each other. But tell us quirks that you found of Anita.
Quirks. We love to gossip. Okay. Anita and I would love, we'd go out for dinner after and we'd gossip. And I love that about her because I'm a crazy gossip too. So it was like both of us will be like, oh yeah, let's do this. And I don't know if that's a bad thing because personally I loved it. So
Everybody
No, no,
will be
no.
wondering who we were talking about now.
I
Yeah,
know.
as long as you're enjoying what you're doing, there's nothing bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's how I
Yeah,
see things.
we loved
So
it. And I think at the point we were at, we had a great time. So
yeah.
I,
So I'm also trying to once because I was into education and completely moved into now events and arts, and I'm trying to see how all the people I've met earlier in my life can be a part of this, do something, earn, make name, everything put together. So I have Tanvi in mind, and I have some project which I want to
Wonderful.
definitely do with her. So we shall do that.
Wonderful.
Meanwhile, I just want to show you guys and also the other viewers here what the finer side is all about. Just
Sure.
3 minutes.
Wonderful to see this venue come alive. The sound was great, acoustics were great. Thanks a lot to the finer side.
I mean, what can I say about this place? It's such an inspiration for all artists like me, and I feel like coming and again and performing here.
ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ವೈಬ್, ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಈ ಜಾಗ ಈ ಥರ ಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿ ಬೆಳಲಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಆಶಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
ಬಹಳ ದಿನಗಳಾದಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆ ಜಾಗದ ಹೆಸರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ದಿ ಫೈನರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ತುಂಬ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
This beautiful auditorium, it's very inspiring to see how it has been designed for the sake of arts.
ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಕಟ್ಟು ಬಂಗಾರ ಬಣ್ಣದ ರೂಪ ಚಿನ್ನ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿ ಸೇರ್ಕಂಡಾಗೆ ನನ್ ಗಂಗೆ ರೂಪ
बहता है मन कहीं कहाँ जानती नहीं बहता है मन कहीं यूं ही बरस बरस काली घटा बरसे हम यार भीग जाए इस चाहत की बारिश में रिम झिम गिरे सावन सुलग सुलग जाए मन भीगे आज इस मौसम में लगी कैसी लगन
Hi everyone, it was a lovely music evening and I thoroughly enjoyed and I am looking forward for many such lovely programs. Thanks to TFS and I'm hoping to be coming here again and again.
Well, that's yeah.
Lovely.
Okay, I think this is better. So this is a place where we want to explore arts for all areas, and I've been trying to figure out one place where everything can happen: music also, dance also, because I'm sure Anita will probably. She's a coach, okay? She teaches, so I'm sure there is so much that is we'll also learn. An actor also needs to learn to dance, also needs to learn to sing.
Absolutely. Yes.
So when you go in for a theater course, one day will happen where some little bit of singing happens. You know, when I came into Midsummer's Night Dream, I was very worried because I couldn't sing. And with that hoarse voice of mine, yeah, I got the perfect role of, a rough kind of a thing. But yes, I was a little worried. But when I entered and when I saw all of you guys, and man, that was, yeah, it can be done. It's not that bad. So, if we have a situation where all different forms of arts are available, I think people will learn more. This is our thought. This is my thought. And I'm sure I would like to hear more about how we could do this arts thing. What do you feel about the arts scene now? Both of you. Anita first.
Who's going first?
Anita.
I honestly, and I know probably a lot of people are going to be very upset with me, but I feel the art scene was richer earlier. Because when I see some of the shows, not all, that are getting on stage, they shouldn't even be on stage yet. They require a lot more rehearsal, a lot more hard work. I think everybody wants to teach and direct. Nobody wants to learn. There is a craft to be learned and perfected, and you have to constantly keep learning. I find everyone's doing workshops, nobody is attending the workshops. I remember I had a small art space for a while, and I invited Jeff Goldberg from Bombay to come into a workshop, which is not easy to bring somebody like that. And I brought him. I had to beg people to attend.
Yeah,
And I
it's
was so
sad. Yeah.
shocked because here is a man who can, yes, in 2 or 3 days you can't learn everything. It's an ocean, but at least he'll tune your sensibilities. You start understanding things. You know what you don't know at least. Finally, with the skin of my teeth, I managed to get 19 people to attend.
Wow.
19. When he's come all the way from Bombay, stayed in Koramangala, did everything, came for 4-5 days. And I was so disappointed. And I realized, it's because people feel they don't need to learn. They feel they know it.
Yeah.
And I always ask people, I said, would you pick up a scalpel and go into an operation theater and perform a surgery? No. I said, why don't you give theater and the performing arts as much respect and learn? And of course, I'm highly unpopular with that opinion, but it's okay. Prithvi, as you'll understand, when we reach a certain age, we can say whatever we please and get away with it.
Yeah.
Because you see, she's old, what does she know? I'm okay with that.
Anita, you were saying it before you. So,
So Tanvi, from a
That's
different
also
point
true.
of view, from a different point of view, what she's saying, all of us need to learn, especially we have all just started somewhere here, there. What's your take about attending these kind of workshops?
Well, first of all, if Jeff Goldberg was here in the time I was here, I would have like died for an opportunity like that, right? Like Bangalore doesn't see training like opportunities like that, and when it does come, you are going to jump at it. However, the online scene has really helped me because in terms of training and upgrade as an actor, I find that now I can actually attend a workshop in Prague
Yeah.
from Prague Film School, which is such a suddenly your brain is just like, wow, this is such a great opportunity for me to upgrade. So, if for those who really do want to, they can go anywhere sitting here, right?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they can I've done an online play with actors who possibly I wouldn't have had the opportunity to work with in direct contact, like Dolly Thakur this year. So I feel like in a way it has also changed the scenario, like I feel
The accessibility
Yes.
point.
it has
Yeah.
Yeah.
increased to such a great extent,
Yeah.
although we are always going to be having this feeling that we should do theater the way theater should be done
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
auditorium and
Yeah.
all of that. But to say that this is a different medium and this is like going to be there for a while and accept the
Absolutely. Yeah.
realities of it, I
Yeah.
think we can design our pieces and do
Yeah.
things this
Yeah.
way and still be artful.
Yeah. Done, done,
Agreed.
done. Thank you, thank you,
Totally.
thank you. Yeah. I think I'm going to let Tanvi go. Thank you, Tanvi, for joining us, and stay on watch while
Lovely
you're
to
here.
see you.
We'll probably
Lovely
see
to
you
see you.
soon. And tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'll spot you somewhere in Lalbagh.
Oh, I
Otherwise,
am there every morning.
yeah. Otherwise, happy signing the
Yes.
movie.
Oh, thank you.
Chalo, bye, bye, bye. Yeah, Anita, back to us. Yeah. So there are a lot of people who are here, and I'm just going to add their comments. Moina is here, and Meena says awesome. Shruti Rao. There are so many more, but many of them don't comment, so we don't know who exactly is there.
Sure.
But yes, uh, when we talk about casting, because that is something which you've been doing for a while now. Tell us more about that. How did you get into it?
So I actually started doing casting a while back with a friend of mine. And then I went off abroad to work for a while. And so when I came back, casting is all about who you know. And just to start that whole cycle again, instead I started my own theatre group and I went down that road. But what happened was just as COVID hit in 2020, there's a friend of mine, and I wonder if she's here. Very good actor, and she said, "Anita, anyway, you're free. You know so many people. Why can't you help promote me? I
Okay.
want to do web series. I want to do ads." So I said, "Okay." I took some sessions for about three months where I put her show reel together and I did all that, and I circulated her show reel. And then I started calling people to say, look, there is this very talented person. Could you please consider her? And one of the people I contacted was Moina.
Yeah, Moina is my guru. She's
Yes.
she's. I just need to take a photo of hers and put it on my wall, and every morning say, "Moina, today call me."
So
But yeah,
she,
she gave us the break too. We'll talk about her later. Yeah,
yeah. So she said, Anita, I've been meaning to talk to you for a very long time. May I call you and have a chat? So we fixed up a time and she called me. And she said, look, you know, why don't you do a couple of gigs with me, see if you can find new faces in the theater, because in the theater circle, because what's happening, the ask is becoming, a lot of it is performance, not just looks, or maybe not looks at all, in which case then some of the advertising types don't work, and pure theater people would work because of the performance angle. And I said, okay, why not? And now it's 2 years later almost, and Moina and I have been going strong. And I've had some wonderful, wonderful moments with Moina. We're very good friends. Moina, I hope you're okay that I'm being so personal. But I really enjoyed working with her and done a lot of great work.
I'm going to ask Mona whether she wants to join, because she's been evading my invitation to come and be part of the show for many months now. But I'm still going to try. Mona, if you're listening, I'm going to send you a link, and if you want to join us, do let us know, so I can pull you in and we can talk to Anita here face to face.
She's probably run for her life.
Uh, I know what she will tell. She'll say, "Not now, Prithvi. I'll catch up some other day."
Yeah. She's a I think she's one of the most, I think, gifted directors.
Yeah.
Love you too. Most gifted directors who's now
I've
she
sent
says
it
she
on
can't find the
WhatsApp,
link.
Moina. Yeah, I've sent it on WhatsApp, Moina. You can just click on that. So yes, so accidentally I got a very good role in a Hindi film, and my first movie break was with Kareena Kapoor, thanks to Moina.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh
and the
wow. Which one
shooting
was
was
that?
in Bangalore. It was called Gori Tere Pyar Mein.
Oh, okay.
And probably I was the last number to do the audition. You have to send X number. So I was the
Right.
last number, and I was in school. She called me and said, "Do you have a kurta in your school which you can wear and come?" So I had one. So went there, and man, that was such a break. So I'm sure she
Amazing.
will join.
Yeah.
Since she's asked for the link, I'm sure she'll come. So
Yes.
yes, Tanvi is still here. So I'm going to ask her: has she also worked with Moina? No.
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
No, not
Okay,
yet.
okay, okay. Not yet. So Moina Tanvi is also here, so you can find.
She knows Tanvi. I have read
Yeah.
this.
So good. So this casting also is very important in terms of agencies in different parts of the city or the country to know you. How do you market yourself?
Well, I'm the wrong person to ask because Mohina is the flagship store, and I just work on the projects that she brings in because of by virtue of who she is. Of course, here and there, a couple of friends contact me. Hey, Mohina,
So the boss woman is here.
boss is here. There's a bit of a lag.
So the boss woman is here.
Yeah, there's a lag. 2, 3.
Yeah, it's okay. Just I think your screen needs to, or whether it's a phone or a laptop, just pull it down. Yeah, it's okay. Just I think your screen needs to, or whether it's a phone or a laptop, just pull it down. Yeah, it's okay. Just yeah. Yeah, Anita. So your Moina is here. My
Yes.
Moina is here. Yeah, Anita, so I've been following up with Moina for the last 6 to 7 months, saying, "Come
Hey,
for a
Anita.
show, come and do Matka Chai." I've been following up with Moina.
He told me.
For the last 6 to 7 months, saying, "Come for a
Yeah.
show,
So I
come
was
and
just
do
saying, Moina, I'm talking in front of you like you're not here. Mohina's like she's got such a front-facing role in the sense of finding actors and directing actors and all of that, and yet she's a very private person. So she's got this dichotomy going, which is why probably she avoided coming on Matka Chai for the longest time because she
Yeah. Mona, I
doesn't
suggest
have-
you log out. You log out and log in again. There is a lag. Yeah. Mona, I suggest you log out. You log out and log in again. There is a lag. Yeah. Mona, I suggest you log out. Let's see if that works. Okay, we'll continue talking if she comes back, and then yeah. Okay, so since you do a lot of work for, I'm sure there are other agencies also who call you now that you know they can reach out to
Um,
you?
I kind of discourage them.
Yep.
I either work. I asked Moina if she'd like to do the assignment with me, or
Directly.
else
Yeah.
because it's very difficult dealing with agencies and clients. So I'm very happy just finding the talent and auditioning them and things like that, and leaving the higher work for Moina to do. Yes, I have done a couple of independent, but it's more for a friend. It's a beautiful short film he's making or something like that. Then of course I help out and I do things, but by and large I just Moina and I have found a comfort level, and I'm
Wonderful.
very comfortable
Yeah, yeah.
just doing that
And
because
it's very important. Yeah.
yeah. Also, trust is important. I don't want to be chasing people for payments and
Yeah.
all kinds of things. It's very messy. So I
Yeah.
don't want to get into that. Plus, it leaves me open then to do other things, to continue theater, to
Yeah.
coach in the evenings. Because
Yeah.
I,
This
I have somebody to
coach
share
is
the load.
very interesting because read in your profile also. So,
Yeah.
what all do you coach?
So many years ago, about 10, 12 years ago, I realized that I was getting the opportunities I was getting because of what I had learned in theater. Yes, yes, I'm a graduate, I'm a postgraduate. Yes, all those things are given. But if you can't express what you know and you cannot communicate to somebody else, there is no point in uh, all this book knowledge. So I found, and then I realized if I could use the processes of theater training to help people to communicate better, to be more confident, to be able to have better presentation skills, and just generally be real. I think all of us are so busy trying to be something. We don't even tap our inner core to see who am I really? Why can't I just strengthen that person and not be this fake person? Because you can never be good at being fake.
Yeah. True.
And so I started using theater in training, and then I found other people are also doing that. So now I use theater and corporate training in two ways. One is to tweak soft skills in real time, and the others to actually expose people to proper theater, give them a script, they actually rehearse together. And so for team bonding and just getting people to get to know each other, and just out of their comfort level and do something fun, that also works very well. So I use training for both these things. And then what happened, while I was casting, I realized that a lot of actors don't have camera skills.
Yeah.
They want to act, they may even be a good actor, but they cannot, like the audition will be shot wrong, or they don't know how to enunciate, they don't know how to look at a script and to be able to get into character, very basic things. And so somebody asked me, why don't you take evening classes? So I've started doing that, but just for few people. So I'm not a conduit that 100% if you take class with me, you'll get roles. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
people have that fallacy, and I discourage that in the beginning. I
Tell
say
me
I'll give
about
you the
it.
tools, I'll equip you, but what you do with it, I can't help you there.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
artist, we have two things which we are very sure about: which role we'll get and when we'll get the payment. Both we don't know.
Correct. Correct. See, payment I can help you. I can't help you get the role.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So people have come and they learn communication for various reasons. I have somebody who's Mrs. India International, and she's going to be representing India in Florida next year.
Wow.
This year, it's now become this year. So I help her with her communication and presentation skills. I had somebody from a bank who was heading up a team and wanted to be more engaging in the way they spoke to everybody and hold people's attention. I had somebody come to me because she's writing a book and she wanted to know how to write more dramatically. So a variety of things. Plus, of course, I coach actors.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. All those who are listening, who will probably listen later, book your classes. Book your classes fast. Maybe something new will happen. Something new will come by, and we get to
Yeah,
see a different perspective of ourselves.
yeah.
Yeah. Good, good, good. Yes. So, what next? What next? Are you looking at doing some? I'm sure we were talking about Women's Day and Tanvi.
Yes.
Tanvi, I'm going to ask her, since you asked me to find an actress. Tanvi, are you free on March 13th?
It's 27th now, by the way, Prithvi.
27th.
Yeah.
Are you
What
free on March
time
22nd?
is this World Theatre Day, right?
No, she's going to explain. Anita will explain now.
I'm
So,
doing a Women's Day celebration at Lahe Lahe.
Okay.
So the first year I started off with for celebrating Women's Day, I did something called Loud Women, which is all
Yeah,
women.
yeah, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then last year I did Men about women, which is only men talking about women.
So
It was
fun,
such a
yeah.
wonderful show. I can't tell you because it was live, and I don't want to say it because I'm planning to create the same feel good sort of thing at the venue this year. So this year I thought, why not have male female perspective? Why have it this way or that way? So we'll get women's issues up front, but we'll have a male and a female perspective of that issue. And the idea is to build each other up and collaborate and not accuse each other and point fingers. Because I don't think that is progress at all.
yeah,
We all know
interesting.
we're
Very.
different. We all know we're different. So
Yeah.
we may as well accept the fact and learn how to get along rather than, down to the patriarchy and this and that. I'm sure even I've had bad experience. Everybody's had. But that doesn't mean everybody's painted with the same brush.
Yeah.
Or you have to attack the entire gender because of three experiences you had. So I believe in creating an atmosphere of trust and enjoyment of the differences rather than attacking them. So that's the point of the show. So anyone who's interested to take part, and if you come along with your other half, will be even better. And
So
I will work.
I
Very
am
true.
looking for the other half. So Tanvi, I'm asking you if you'd be interested. It plugs in easily. So,
Interestingly, Anita knows the other half.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Uh,
I met
so
him before they
you're
were
already on
married.
the show. You're already on the show.
And met him way before like he was other half. So
Yeah.
No. For only for 27th, it's a
Only
play.
he's not proposing Tanvi. Only for 27th he's asking.
Absolutely. I have, I have my wife. I've got my son and my dog. They'll all eat me up.
Yeah.
So this is a pair that they need, and so she was
Yeah.
telling me that I
Yeah.
should find somebody who will be a
Yeah.
co-actor for this.
Yeah. So
For
what
you know,
happens is, yeah. So I rehearse online right through, and only on the day of the show, everyone lands up. A couple of hours earlier, we get to know each other, have fun, eat, drink, and like that side way somewhere we'll do a tech rehearsal and do the show.
that is amazing. I think that is like so fun way. Like we don't need to spend like hours in a
No,
room.
no.
rehearsal. Yeah, true,
I
true.
think it comes from a belief that the participant should enjoy it as much as the audience. Both should
Very
equally
true.
enjoy.
Very true.
One side shouldn't be sitting there
Like
or tend to.
afterwards, we're like, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, yeah,
You sleep on the couch.
Yeah. So good. So I'll connect with Tanvi separately on this, and then beg and
yeah.
plead and
Do
see if
that.
she wants to come in, and we'll figure out about the rehearsals later.
Let's
But
do
Yeah,
yes,
this.
anyway, it's on
Quickly.
Zoom
Let's
let's
do
now.
do
this.
this. Let's do this. It'll be interesting. Yeah.
It'll be
Super.
fun.
Yeah. So Women's Day, but why have you pushed it to 27th?
Ooh. Actually, I'm
Location,
not keeping
space.
too well. So
Okay.
I need a little bit of time because even if I have just 10 couples, that's 20 people to rehearse with.
Yeah.
At least three practice, 60 rehearsals.
Wow. Okay.
Other than actually getting the show on the road and doing the publicity and doing all of that. And I realized that I won't be able to swing it as quickly as Women's Day. So I requested Mansi from Lahi if I could take a later date, and she was very supportive. And so I just pushed it because see, the idea is what is to have a good show, right? Whether
Yeah.
it's 8th or 27th, nobody is going to bother. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't care.
It's another
So
date.
long
Yeah.
as so long as everyone is not frazzled and stressed because it's a short time, and I want everyone to just enjoy every part of it, right from choosing the piece to rehearsing together to perform.
Wonderful. Yep. Let's do this. It'll be interesting and it'll be different also. So. Oh,
Yes.
nice. So, thanks, both of you for spending time. Tanvi for popping in, popping out whenever I'm pulling you in. You know? But yes, Anita, it was so nice uh, I also want to find out a message to all those people who want to learn acting or get into your casting. How do they reach out to you? What do they do? You can leave a message here.
Sure. All you have to do is look for me, I think, on Facebook. That's the easiest thing. Just add me, ping me, and I'll send you my number on WhatsApp, and we'll get working for whatever you want to do. Even if I can't help you, I can send you to somebody who can. If there is something I have,
Absolutely.
obviously I can't do everything.
Yeah.
That I'm not a genius.
That is not
So,
true.
I can always point you. I can always point you in the right direction. Always happy to help.
Absolutely. Thanks, both of you. Thanks, Anita, for spending this
Most welcome.
half an hour, 40
It was
minutes.
lovely to see Tanvi again, and thank you so much, Prithvi, for this time.
Yeah, thank you, Tanvi, for, I just pinged her this morning and she said, okay, I'm going to be there. So,
Cool.
very
Loves, all
nice, very
love.
nice. Yeah,
Fully.
thank you so much. So,
Take care, guys.
See you all soon.
See
Thanks
you all
to
soon.
all those people who are sitting
See
and
you on
watching.
stage.
Yes. Maybe before that, we'll get casted somewhere. We don't know that. We'll figure out. We'll keep sending you our new pictures.
Yes, and please audition when I send you the audition.
Yeah.
Briefs.
I think I missed one. So no, I've been playing a bad cop in Hyderabad in the Telugu film, so too
Yeah, so
stressed
you
out.
also needed a
Yeah,
break, I think.
yeah,
Next
After
one.
all those encounters.
yeah. No drug mafia dealings and all.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, interesting. So thank you. And someday I hope that I will be able to host a show at the final side where Anita brings in a production, Tanvi acts in it, and there are so many more people who come
Absolutely.
in and be there. There's Moina's nice warm chat. Enjoyed the spontaneity. Thank you, Moina. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to be following up with her and make sure that she's going to be on this someday.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks
Okay.
everyone. I'm going to take leave. Bye.
Sure. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.